Hi, my name is Dave Thomas, also known as 2xtreme Dave. Today I'm going over just some of my brief clients for search engine optimization and keyword targeting. Here we first started off with, in Google, REO property investing. We're on the second page of Google. My client is SEG, this top one here. I'm just going to run through a couple of brief different keywords as an example of how powerful proper SEO can be. And here we have SEG, keyword foreclosure investments, out of 13 million sites that have been indexed by Google. Here we have it again, SEG, keyword investing REOs, out of 12 million. That's just a brief example. Now I'm going to share with you some of the overall rankings, so I'm not sitting here going through each individual keyword search as examples. This is some of the keywords that I've went after. Off to the right, we see out of how many pages that is. Here in the middle, we see what page rank it actually is. And this top listing here is for Google, bottom Yahoo. Once again, this isn't a full list, this is just a brief example. This is a brief example when good search engine optimization works with the content of the page plus the meta information, the title of the page, and the videos that are housed within the website or connected through backlinking through the social media. The next piece that I want to touch on is just some basic geo-targeting, since we're looking at global keywords at the moment. Okay, this next piece here, I'm just going to touch on another one of my clients and the difference between global targeting of keywords and geo-targeting, how powerful geo-targeting can be. In this case, my client's the Pilates pros. So, they're based out of Santa Clarita, California. Let's type in Pilates, Santa Clarita. And here we go, top listing. I'm just going to go through a few of these so you guys can see how powerful geo-targeting can be. Here we go, under Pilates Valencia, a little surrounding city name. Here we go, top listing again. Here we go, change the city over to Canyon Country. Here we are, top listing again. Now we're falling within this golden triangle. The golden triangle here is the first couple of listings people really concentrate on, and they skim through fairly fast, but they actually read the content. As we scroll down the page, people don't seem to read as much outside of this triangle area here. Let's go ahead and go for another city. Here we go. I have a typo in there, and we still come up on top. Now the power of this is because people, when they're searching for something in their local area, search with the keywords of their city. People don't understand that if they're targeting global keywords, you're going up against the whole entire world from a search standpoint. Well, that's an awful lot of area to cover if, say, you have just a little shop that's in, say, North Hollywood for an example, and you sell bricks, and you're going after a keyword of bricks globally. All those pages, every single other website out there is going to be your competitor for that keyword. Bring it down a notch. Target within a 30 to 50 mile radius of your location for your specific keywords. Have a much higher click-through ratio. You'll be hitting your targeted audience, your overall demographic, and you'll have a better conversion for your incoming calls or say form leads and so on. Alright, here's another piece that I wanted to touch on. I used to do the web development and SEO for Galp Motors, #1 Ford volume dealer in the world. Here is their specials website, Galp and Specials. And if we go over here, oops, sorry, opened the wrong piece. Here's the actual code for it. Here we see, here's designer, content, D. Thomas. Now, here we are seeing the site. And they wanted to target per manufacturer, which they carried 9 brands. Specials was their keyword, one of their keywords. So, and then targeting within a 30 to 40 mile radius of each dealership. So for an example here, let's go with Ford Specials, Thousand Oaks. And here we have Galp and Specials, Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, Volvo, so on. This is another piece of showing how powerful geo-targeting can be, whether you're a car dealership, a small independent business, unless you're doing business on a global scale. Other piece here, let's change the city. Now here we go, Ford Specials, Van Nuys. We see a bunch of different listings, all for Galp Motors, Galp Ford, so on. Another piece here. Let's just go back to Thousand Oaks. We're back here. Now we're going to change this to show how powerful it can really be. Change this to Lincoln. There it is again. Same site. And we can basically do this all day long. And this is targeted cities like this, Thousand Oaks, specific keywords, brand, for roughly anywhere between a 30 to 40 mile radius of their primary location. And this is just a brief example of how good SEO will give you great page rank and overall placement within the SERPs. Geo-targeting takes a step that much further